everyone. I was just sitting here working on a pattern that I'm doing, um, and realized how long it's been since I first started my vlog section, and more importantly, realized that I'm actually been doing the very thing I talked about in my first vlog. And so I hit record while I'm working on this, and hopefully I can multitask and talk to you for a little bit about what I have going on. So times are in what, as Iyanla would say, um, I'm going through a valley period in my life. My father passed away in June. Actually, in a few days will be the 3rd-year anniversary um, of his death. And I still live in the house that he lived in, that we lived in. I lived with him before he passed. Um, anyway, so, this weekend is Father's Day. It's just a lot. And then um, the anniversary of his death, like, immediately follows that. But anyway, for a long time, my father did not know so much about me. He didn't know that I wrote poetry. He didn't know that I made jewelry. He didn't know that I crocheted. I am thankful and blessed that I was able to make him a hat, make him a bracelet, like make him things from love before he transitioned. And, I'm not one of those people. Most people will call me a pessimist. So I'm not going to say anything like, take advantage of the time while you have it, or any of that BS. But I will say that if you have something to say, you have a responsibility to say it to all of your loved ones. So often we like get into this perpetual cycle of running from death. It's like we're in this constant relationship with the idea of death, right? And for what? Like, what exactly do you expect to happen? You drug yourself to stay away from death, and then the drugs make you sick, and so now you're back closer to death, or you're living a living death. Like, it's all so redundant. If we stepped away from that and we actually started to consider death as what it actually is, which is a natural part of life, then we could start to heal, and we could start to have less apprehension, and we can start to behave in more responsible ways towards the people that we purport to love in our lives. I was fortunate because everything I just shared, I kind of came to a couple years before my father passed. So for me, it was practicing it basically. I did, and having that opportunity at this point, now that he's gone, it means a lot to me to have said. And it wasn't easy, I'm not gonna say, but I'm thankful now. Death is one of those things that, especially death of a parent, it's like one of those things that nobody can prepare you and nobody can tell you what your experience is going to be. And not just initially. If anything, that was probably the easiest point. I think it's the realization of lessons he taught. It's the culmination of his life as a lesson. It's the more than anything, it's the reckoning of the things he said, right or wrong, that I now find were still valuable just in the reality that he took the time to say them. For me, that's everything. And I think that it's irresponsible to not do your work. My dad has started trying to do his work, which I'm thankful that I was a part of while he was still, that he allowed me to be a part of it. There's a door that's shut. There is there's a replacement, a void that I'm only now, and again I'm coming up on year 3, but there's a void that I'm still figuring out the parts of. Um, because of the way the world is, we forget that it's relatively a new idea that humans stay in one place, that we don't grow up and move and never see our parents again. Like this idea or this notion is relatively new to humanity. The idea of not being nomadic, the idea of staying in one place. This is not, this is, I think, less than 10 generations, honestly, that we've actually done this. This is not something that is to date natural for humans to do, and I think we're still trying to figure out what it looks like, what it feels like, the supposed to's of it all. And I think that because we have adopted this fear of death, that is incredibly detrimental to humanity and to all living things, honestly, because we are meant to have dominion over those things. And if you are busy irresponsibly running from something that is as guaranteed as death, how healthy can the rest of your life be? And I'm going to leave you with that. And I'm going to do better with posting my vlogs. Um, and I have to get back to trying to finish up this pattern. I've been working on it for a week now. I had a major setback because I did something wrong and I had to take it down. It was just a whole thing. Anyway, I will see you guys soon. All right. Peace, love, and abundance.